Welcome to HortTube. My name is Jim Putnam. In this video, I'm going to be talking about this Purple Daydream Loropetalum from the Southern Living Plant Collection. This has probably become my favorite Loropetalum. It's a dwarf. It's going to only get 2 to 3 feet in height and slightly wider than tall. You can see the growth habit on it, where it's coming up and then quickly the branches are spreading outward. Purple Pixie is the one that stays even smaller than this. It's almost weeping. And then they have this one, and then there's a few other varieties that get much taller. I've talked about on some other Loropetalum videos about how Loropetalum has really shrunk down over the time I've been in this business, down to this just stunningly beautiful purple foliage, flowers twice a year, flowers in the spring, flowers in the fall, keeps its leaves in the winter. Kind of hard to miss with this plant. And I feel like I've covered Loropetalum pretty thoroughly, but what I haven't talked about is some companion plants that I would use them with. So let me show you something real quick. I brought the Purple Daydream Loropetalum over here beside this Sunshine Ligustrum and these Baby Gem boxwoods. All of these are Southern Living Plant Collection pieces, just to show you how great this combination is. I've used a lot of these Sunshine Ligustrum in my yard already, and they're wrapping around this formal garden. These Baby Gem boxwoods, I'm doing the same thing with. The Sunshine Ligustrum is going to be hardy in zone 6 to 10, and it can be shaped into a cone or into a ball or into formal shapes if you wanted to. The Baby Gem boxwood is going to be hardy in much colder areas up into zone 5, and it can get 3 to 4 feet in height, but can also be kept much smaller than that. The Purple Daydream Loropetalum is hardy in zone 7 to 10, and it's going to only get 2 to 3 feet in height and 3 to 4 feet in width. All three of these items keep their leaves in the winter time. And what a great combination this would be on any foundation. I don't know, what your foundation looks like and how you would lay them out for your particular foundation, but these three items together just look really, really fantastic and would look fantastic year round. I understand that a lot of people are watching my videos in colder areas, and the Sunshine Ligustrum and the Baby Gem boxwood would both be hardy in zone 6. The Loropetalum wouldn't, so you could replace that Loropetalum with that Orange Rocket Barberry, which I did a video on several weeks back, but it would look great in the place of that Purple Daydream Loropetalum. If you're in zone 5, the Sunshine Ligustrum is not going to be hardy, but you could switch to a Gold Mound Spirea or some other low-growing yellow foliage thing that's hardy in your area. But Gold Mound Spirea would look great. That Orange Rocket Barberry and these Baby Gem boxwoods, again in a similar kind of layout. But I wanted to show you these three pieces together because I think that they would be striking on any foundation. I think if I went and did a landscape job and these were the three main pieces I used on somebody's foundation, they would definitely thank me for it. All of the items I just mentioned, the Purple Daydream Loropetalum, the Sunshine Ligustrum, the Baby Gem boxwood, the Orange Rocket Barberry, the Gold Mound Spirea, if you were using that as a replacement in a colder area, all are full sun plants, or maybe part shade, but really they need a lot of that midday sun. The sun needs to be on them from that 10 to 2 time frame when it's really high in the sky to keep the best coloration on the foliage, especially on the foliage plants. The boxwoods can take a little more shade than that and be fine, but you'll start to lose color on Loropetalum and the Ligustrum if you go below that 6 hours of direct sun, and like I say, mainly that midday sun is when it's the most intense and is going to do the most for keeping the color on your shrubs. But I thought I had this plant and it's just so strikingly beautiful, and I just wanted to show you how I would use it in the landscape. And I think the best way to get this purple foliage to pop is to have something that's dark green and then something that has that chartreuse color, or yellow coloration, or variegated color to really make this Purple Daydream Loropetalum pop. So thank you very much for watching this video. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel for future videos.